Alright, so welcome back to the Neobots, helpful tips and everything. So, for this video we're going to be going over metal shop safety tips or whatever. And I know if you have a metal shop, then you probably have your own that probably goes along with it. But we're going to show you ours, and maybe you guys can add onto your different tips and stuff if you think, oh, we didn't think about that or something like that. It's just a way to be extra safe and more aware of your surroundings. So, let's get right into it. So first off, before anything, if you're in the metal shop, you need these safety glasses, because you never know what's going to happen, because you could be walking along and then someone could hit you in the face and do something to it. But these are here to protect your eyes so you don't go blind. So that's really, really important. Next, this is going to be no horseplay. So people like to hang out in our metal shop, and we like to kind of just push those people out, because we're going to have big machines going on and everything. And if you're playing around and everything, you're not really aware of your surroundings. So you could easily like back into something, trip over, or like back into a tool that's already on. So yeah, things like no running, be aware of your surroundings and everything like that. And no food in here. This is just for us. We don't really like food in here, because this is this isn't ours, this is part of the school, so we want to respect it. But it's also like, if you get food in the machinery, that's probably not going to be good at all. Alright, so now for this next segment, we're going to be talking about general rules for power tools and everything like that. So I'm using a bandsaw right here just for example purposes, but this kind of goes for basically everything, especially this first point. And the first point is, make sure any loose objects are away from anything that's spinning. So this bandsaw is going to be going around. Want to keep loose objects away. So things like, if my sweatshirt was down, it might get caught on my sweatshirt. So you pull your sleeves up, and then your tassels, those you can just get tucked in. And the same thing goes for hair. If you have long hair, then put it back in a ponytail or something like that. You just want to keep anything loose away from any moving parts, because if anything on you gets snagged on anything, you're gonna have a bad day. Just saying. And things also like, if there's electrical tape on the saw, because someone put it there, you probably want to move that just so it's out of the way and it won't interfere with anything. Alright, so I just cut this. Now we have this little piece. This can be used for a robot or something like that. But now I have some more tips, like this edge right here, because since I just cut it off like that, you probably don't want to touch this, because it's probably going to be hot because of the friction of the blade. You probably don't want to touch the blade, because the blade will be hot. But also, sometimes these edges can be really, really sharp, so what you want to do is take a file to it, just round down the edges or the corners, because that honestly could seriously hurt someone. So for cutting on this, I just wanted to go slow. Don't rush it. If you're doing anything, don't rush it. Just try to get it done, and get it done correctly the first time. Alright, so for the last tip for this type of thing, if we were to come in and see there's a ton of metal shavings on here, and that's due to the excess material that's being cut off from it, and over time this thing builds up. And what you don't want to do is, you don't want to be either resting your hand on this or something, because these things can get sharp. So if you rub your hand against it, you'll get a ton of metal splinters in your hand. So if you see it, stay away from it. But better yet, we have in ours, we have a little foxtail brush, or you can get a broom or something, and we just like to brush it off and clean it up, so that for the next person it's a nice clean surface, and then that we can basically have a smooth cut last time, and people aren't going to get hurt from it if they put their hand on. Alright, so for the last tips, I just have a couple general tips. So every machinery or something has its own safety precautions. So what you guys need to do is figure out what those precautions are, and find a mentor, find an adult to show you those, so that you know how to be safe for each individual piece of machinery, because I can't go over every single one in existence, because we'll be here for days on end. So just find the safest way to do it, and do it that way, whether that be getting a mentor to do it for you, or getting them to tell you how to do it. And if you have any questions or anything, you feel free to email us. We'll be glad to respond. But you also have your mentors that you can talk to. They probably know enough information to be able to show you how to safely use the things like drills, table saws, stuff like that. And but mainly, if it doesn't seem safe, don't do it, or find a way to make it safe. And that's really all it is, because all of you are pretty smart, so you know what's safe and what isn't. So just go with your gut feeling. Just think, man, if I could cut off my hand, that would be pretty sad. So just keep that in mind. Don't cut off your hands, because you actually need these for the future. Just saying. All right, that is it. I'll see you guys in the next one.